Thank you for attending jury service. We are in one of 13 trial courts across Victoria. This video will help to prepare you for your jury experience today. If you have any questions, your jury pool supervisor will be available to answer these throughout the day. You might have some ideas of what today will involve. Some of these ideas may have been influenced by things you've seen in movies or television. Not only are most of these based on the American jury system, they're usually sensationalised, stretching the truth for entertainment. Your experience of the Victorian jury system will likely be quite different. So please pay close attention to this video so you know what to expect today. Juries are required for trials in the County Court and the Supreme Court in both Melbourne and regional Victoria. If you are selected as a juror for a trial in either court, you will be required for more than one day. Trials generally last for up to 2 weeks. If selected, you must attend every business day until the trial is over. Before you go to court, the jury pool supervisor will let you know how long the trial is expected to last. Every trial is different, and a number of things need to happen before a jury can be selected for a trial. Although we'll try to avoid it, this can sometimes result in delays, which means you may be waiting for some time before going into a courtroom. During this time, you're free to keep yourself occupied in any way you want. However, it's very important you don't leave the designated jury area, as announcements and important updates will occur without notice. It's also very important you do not speak to anybody outside the jury pool area, as they may be involved in a trial. The jury pool supervisor will keep you updated throughout the day and will advise when you can take a lunch break. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask us. When the court is ready for a jury, we will randomly select a number of people from the jury pool to go to the courtroom. This group is referred to as the jury panel. Sometimes everyone in attendance will go to the courtroom. The jury panel is taken into the courtroom for the jury selection process. Please take your bag, coat, or any other items you brought with you when you go to court. Prior to leaving for court, it's important to remember basic court etiquette. Your phone, tablet or laptop must be turned completely off, not just on silent. You must not chew gum or eat food while in court. Please place any drinks you have in your bag or dispose of them before you get in the courtroom. Hats and sunglasses should not be worn in court. This is a typical courtroom to give you an idea of who and what to expect. While the exact layout of the courtroom and placements can vary slightly, each of Victoria's trial courts feature the same parties, including the prosecution and defence, jury, and the judge. Supreme Court judges wear black and red robes, while County Court judges wear black and purple. The judge oversees the trial and makes decisions on issues of law that may arise. Each judge has 2 staff who sit in front of the judge's bench. They assist the judge in the administrative aspects of the trial, including the selection of a jury. Some judges have 2 associates, while others have 1 associate and a tip staff. One or both of these staff look after the jury during the trial, so refer any questions you may have to them. The lawyers sit at the bar table. The prosecution or plaintiff in civil trials sit closest to the jury box, while the defence or defendant in civil trials sit furthest from the jury box. The barristers sit facing the judge with their instructing solicitors opposite them. The accused person sits in the dock. In civil trials, there is no accused. During the jury selection process, the jury panel sits in the public seating area. Once the jury has been selected, they will sit in the jury box. During the trial, the public gallery becomes available for the public to watch proceedings. The court proceedings begin with the arraignment of the accused. This is where the judge's associate reads out the charges and the accused person responds with either guilty or not guilty. The judge provides a summary of the case, including the charges, the estimated length of the trial, and the names of the accused, lawyers, and witnesses involved in the trial. The judge will then invite potential jurors to apply to be excused from serving as a juror on this trial based on the summary information given. At this stage, the judge's associate will read out the panel numbers, or in some instances, the names of all potential jurors. When you hear your number, you must say "present" if you are not applying to be excused. If you wish to be excused from that particular trial, you must respond by saying "excuse." If you want to be excused, you'll be asked to explain why. Some judges will require you to stand next to the bar table to provide your reason. Others may ask you to stand in the witness box and take an oath or affirmation instead. If your reason is of a personal nature, you can indicate so and write it down for the judge to read. There are a number of reasons you can ask to be excused from a trial. You may know somebody in the courtroom or involved in the trial, such as the accused, lawyers, witnesses, the judge, or judge's staff. You may know something about the trial itself, or the nature of the trial may be likely to cause you significant discomfort. No matter how it occurs, if the judge excuses you from that trial in court, you must remain in your seat in the public gallery for the remainder of the jury selection. You are only excused from that trial, so you may be balloted to another trial later in the day. Once all requests to be excused have been heard, the jury empanelment process will begin, in which members of the jury panel are selected to be a part of the jury. The judge's associate will randomly draw ballot cards. If yours is called, you will need to go to the jury box, taking your possessions with you. Both the prosecution and the defence can challenge the selection of a certain number of jurors without providing a reason why. Potential jurors can be challenged right up until the moment they sit in the jury box. If you hear the words "challenge" or "stand aside" at any point on your way to the jury box, please return to the nearest seat in the public gallery. This means you will not be a juror for this trial. Please don't feel embarrassed or upset if you're challenged. The process is one of many rights given to accused people in Victoria. It is not a personal reflection on you. If you take a seat in the jury box without being challenged, you have been selected as a juror on this trial. All jurors must take an oath or affirmation promising they will remain impartial and deliver a true verdict according to the evidence. When all jurors have done this, the judge will ask them to nominate a foreperson who will speak on behalf of the jury when necessary. The remainder of the jury panel will be taken from the courtroom back to the jury pool area, where they may be selected for another trial later in the day. Those selected as jurors will stay in the court and be given further information by the judge. The trial will then begin. It is very important you do not do your own research on any trial, whether or not you're selected for a jury. This means you cannot search Google, social media, news sites, or the internet in general in relation to anything you hear in court today or any day you attend. You also cannot talk to anybody about it, or otherwise try to find out more about the case. Jurors are not investigators. There are no guarantees the information a juror finds online or elsewhere is accurate or true, even if it is from a news outlet. Most importantly, a judge needs to be satisfied that all evidence in the trial is presented in a fair manner and tested in court. Jurors Googling information, true, partially true, or wildly false, interferes with the right to a fair trial. Posting on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter is usually harmless fun, but one place where you must resist the lure of social media is when you are called up for jury service. You are not allowed to post photos, statuses, or information related to your jury service anywhere online. It is a serious contravention of the Juries Act to identify any person attending for jury service, including yourself. Your day ends when there are no more trials ready to start. The jury pool supervisor will let you know when this is the case. Occasionally, people are required to return the following day, in which case the jury pool supervisor will let you know. If you've provided bank account details through the online portal, you will be paid directly into that account. You can print a certificate of attendance for your employer through our online portal. If you are selected for a trial, you will also be provided with a certificate when the trial finishes. If your employer has any questions about their responsibilities, they should call our office. Most people find jury service a fulfilling experience and leave with a sense of achievement. However, some people may find the experience distressing, which is normal and understandable. We realise jury service is a disruption to your usual routine and may take you out of your comfort zone. We understand it may take some people some time to process their jury experience. For this reason, Juries Victoria offer a free confidential counselling service for any jury-related distress you may have. You can access this service whether you're selected on a trial or not. There are pamphlets and posters in all jury areas with more information. If you have any questions anytime about anything, just ask. We're here to help.